See, that's what I'm saying. Drake do too. That's why he wanted to come at him, but Drake sent Joe some DMs. And it kind of sounded like Drake might have had somewhat of a point because Joe did say some other shit outside of just the album when he was saying the other stuff like why he fucking stop fucking 25-year-olds.
And that's what
Like,
I had a problem with. I'm like, you still, but he was still mad about the critique because he addressed that. If you only address the part that you only mad about, but Joe, you can't mix a critique and then start critiquing someone's personal life. Granted,
I got
is
hold up.
his life critiquable? Because some of the shit that I've watched videos, I've read this stuff.
But
It's some questionable shit, but separate the art from the artist. And if you're critiquing the art, then critique the art. You cannot critique the art and the artist at the same time. And that's where he fucked up. Because that's the first thing I said when I heard all this commotion. I was like, I said he said something about his personal life though too. And you can't do that. Critique the art and stay to the art. But honest to goodness, the art, his personal life is reflecting in his art, which is why he critiqued it. Not saying that gave him a reason to. I'm just saying that's what happened. Because if you listen to that music, it is because you're fucking 25-year-olds.
I'm about to say that's why
The
Joe said
shit
he
you're
said
saying
something
to these
about it.
women, exactly. The shit you're
Drake
saying
said
to
this in
these
the
women,
album.
the women that you're talking about are 25-year-olds. Dude, I really don't get this because I had a
Joe
conversation
took it
with somebody
further
that
though.
was dating that's my age and they were dating somebody in their 20s. And I was like, so what do y'all have in common? What does she talk about? What are her plans for the future? What do you want? People don't think about this shit because people are just blindly dating or just trying to be with people just to see if I like you. Motherfucker, if you're trying to build something, you need a plan. No matter how hollow that plan is, start fucking somewhere and start with some boundaries. But this is the mature shit he's talking about. He's talking about if you mature as a person, your music will mature and it will grow with the people that grew up with you and newer people. People are doing this, but you're not willing to mature because you are dealing with young people. You can't surround yourself around young people thinking you're going to mature. If you're the most mature person in the room, you're in the wrong fucking room. It's just like if you're the richest person in the room, you in the wrong fucking room. You better be the guest speaker, the keynote speaker. You know what I'm saying? If you want to elevate, you need to be around people that are elevating where you want to be, not where you at, not eye level.
Well, if that's talking about the music, yeah, but he's elevated. Drake is in a way better place than he's ever been in. He's always elevated his position as a businessman and everything. So he's definitely done elevated.
He's
If
talking
we
about
talking about just
maturity.
the
He's talking
music,
about maturity. No, he ain't talking about the music. That's what I'm saying he was getting at. And I was like, I feel him on that. But what's his podcast? And in the middle of his critique about an album, the time to talk about that? Fuck no. That was a personal conversation he should be having with him. That's why all this is, and this is why I always be like when we talking about subjects like this, and I be like, this shit ain't none of our business, and it should have never been none of our business. Because this is a conversation that they should have had personally, and he should have never involved that part of his critique of his life into the critique of his
but he
music.
said
But
that
I
in the
get,
lyrics.
like I said, but this is why I said I get why he did because Joe was making a point. It's all of this is why your music is the way it is, and why people that are older are not feeling it, and why you get what I'm saying.
I see you in here with the whole canon and stuff, man. I see what's going on with that. I get it. I get that. Yo, Joe got some ones out here. Like I said, we're gonna show Joe some love tonight. Shout out to Samuel Stokes. I ain't gonna say Drake overrated. I ain't gonna say that. K-Dot, is you from Canada? I thought you was down there in California, man. What's going on? Shout out Tony. What's going on, Tony? Joe had a point. I ain't gonna never say he was all the way right, but he had a point.
Yeah, I probably only look about 3 songs too, and I'm like, if
Oh,
that's all I
Tony said he
like, and
deleted
that's
the album.
Who is dick riding so hard? Who said that? And
Once
we not
again,
gonna talk about people
shout out to everybody
kids.
coming through, but the lyrics, like I said, Joe Budden even took it farther when he said something about another lyric that Drake had said as far as 21-year-olds. And I'm like, nigga, this is what he's saying in the album. And Joe is sitting there saying, this is why I'm bringing it up. These are your words, my G. This is what you are saying. So when we are critiquing the album or doing the review on the album and then we breaking down lyrics, these are your lyrics. We are going to talk about the lyrics that you said.
I mean, but this, you also gotta, even though he said something personal, you that still wasn't the time to bring it up. But I get what you're saying. I get it. I mean, he put it out there for fair game. So how can you get mad about people critiquing that if that's an actual part of your life? I It's a sign of immaturity because like dating somebody if you're over 30 and you're dating somebody under 25, I look at you in a certain way, and it's not like that. But I'm saying like, why? Because this person is literally just beginning their adult life. Do you not remember how you felt when you were just beginning your adult life? And
And
then
maybe he's
like,
not even dating them, though. He just being casual. Like, this is casual things that's going on. We in and out.
um, be safe. And
Yeah,
I don't. It's and
that's what it sounds like, though.
mature. It's still though. Like, at what point are you going to realize that that's? I mean, is that how fulfilling is that? How's that making your life? Is it making it great? Or
I mean, it
how is
depends.
that? How is that affecting your soul, your spirit? Like, I can go into a whole bunch of other shit.
See, like you
It's
just said, you
immature.
can go into some whole other shit. Because if we talking about being that type of artist or having that type of money, that nigga could be looking at it like, I ain't trying to get married. I mean, look at the way shit is going these days. I
That's
ain't
not the
putting myself in
point.
that position.
It's nobody's telling anybody to get married, but getting married
Or
isn't
even
a.
falling in, or trying to say you in love with somebody. Can I
You don't
trust this
have to be
person?
in
Do I
love.
believe this person?
It's about your personal growth. I ain't talking about none of that shit. None of those societal life goals. I look, when my children get older, I don't care if they have kids. I don't care if they get married. I don't care if they go to college. It's a whole bunch of shit I just don't care about because why? Why do my kids need to have kids? What's the point? What's so great about my bloodline that it needs to continue? That's a Why would I put that societal pressure on my kid to have kids? I don't think that's something that I'm gonna champion my kids to do. I don't give a fuck if you have
Drake be
kids or
sounding
not.
like he be trying to bring them type of emotions into his lyrics. So that's why I
Drake
think
needs some Drake needs some real therapy for himself. And what I mean by that is like he need to sit with himself and look at himself and accept himself and evaluate himself. Just self-reflection because what you put on this album, okay. I mean, if that's the life you're living, yay.
I'm
At
definitely
that
ready to.
age,
So I'm
it's
definitely ready for that
just,
J. Cole.
you know,
Hey. Okay, that hey. That's Anzo. Shout out. Yeah, I can tell. I'm just waiting to see him have his flag tattooed on him.
I mean, that's
That's
cool
what it
if that's
sounds like.
what he
K-Dot.
want to
Yep.
do, and it's just like, but it's